Welcome back to Choccolocco Park here in Oxford, Alabama. The sun is still shining. It is still 95 degrees and the heat index at 105, 106. Koreshkin, 94 degrees, but the heat index still over 100. And we're getting ready to resume play here. Again, weather delay, the lightning, and nothing really here, John, around us at the park.
That storm we talked about before the break that was about 3 or 4 miles away, it never moved. It stayed stationary, and we never had a drop of rain here. That's just the way it works sometimes. We're on a lightning delay because the lightning's within a few miles of the stadium here, the signature stadium at Choccolocco Park. But the sun never went out, never got even cloudy or overcast, and we never had a drop of rain. So that storm is dissipated, faded away. We could have another one before the evening's over, hopefully not. But we had just gotten started, Mike, and now we're going to start again.
You sound like a guy that's got some weather in the background, you know?
A little bit of that in the past, yes.
All right, so we resume play. 1 out in the inning. Shelby Penley, right fielder at the plate. The count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Megan Faramo inside the circle, ready to go. And it's inside, ball 4. So after all that, 1 pitch and a base runner.
Penley's done a great job today of getting on base. And she's a very quick player. We may see her try to steal here.
She had a couple of stolen base, or 1 stolen base, I should say, in the previous game. Here is the catcher, Chelsea Goodacre, to face Megan Faramo. And Faramo deals a change-up, off-speed pitch, and that misses, ball 1.
Goodacre is certainly a veteran of this USSSA team. 7th season playing with the Pride. Graduated 2015 as an Arizona Wildcat.
Listed in the air, foul down the left side, giving chase, but not able to get to it. In left field was Lorenz down that way.
One thing we noticed here at Choccolocco Park in Oxford, Alabama, side of today's game, after the weather delay, the lightning delay, the crowd did not leave it. Matter of fact, it looks like there's more that have trickled in, and so we have a pretty good crowd here.
Great crowd here last night when they played the back-to-back games, did Team USA. Again, the pitch this time foul back and out of play. Megan Faramo out of UCLA. There's 7 members, Pac-12 schools represented on Team USA, and 7 out of the SEC. Faramo part of a national title team, the Women's College World Series from her time at UCLA. Rise ball is high, 2-2 the count. Again, she worked in relief in the loss to Japan last night for Team USA. Pitch wrapped at second. Jefferson goes to short for 1. On to first, double plays. They roll it over in the middle. Jefferson to Flippin, and then on to first to Pleasance. And they get out of it here in the first. No runs or hits, so walk, but erased on the double play. So nothing for USSSA Pride in their half of the first inning. Team USA coming to bat. You get a look at a world-class facility here at Choccolocco Park. We're on what is termed the Signature or Showcase Field for softball, the one adjacent to it, a baseball field. You can see the 30-acre lake in the background as well. What a 3.5 mile walking trail around it, bike trail. You got soccer fields, track and field, and they've hosted conference tournaments here in baseball and in softball. Track and field, there have been conference tournaments, national junior college tournaments here, high school events. Just, John, a terrific facility here in our backyard since we live in the area.
Yeah, this year they hosted for the first time the Alabama High School Athletic Association State Softball and Baseball Championships here. They not only have a signature softball field, which is phenomenal, But right next to us, right behind us, there's a signature baseball field, which is phenomenal, where they played state championship and conference championship games. They have youth league fields, soccer fields, as you mentioned. They even have a creek, Choccolocco Creek, and
You can float the creek.
They have I guess what the terrapin, what they do there is they have like a lot of the canoeing and kayaking and all that goes on there. Really, anything that you want, they have available here. So it's been awesome here to see an event like this. This is probably the signature and biggest event, most prestigious event that Choccolocco Park has hosted.
We have not seen in the 2 days here in this event Jordan Taylor, so we get our first look at her inside the circle for USSSA Pride. First pitch is to Janae Jefferson, and the pitch to Jefferson is a strike. All Big 12 throughout her career at Texas. Helped Texas into the finals of the Women's College World Series this year in Oklahoma City. Pitch is outside. She put on a show here last night.
First-time member of the Team USA, and her credentials unbelievable. The all-time career leader in total hits and batting average at the University of Texas. Really impressive.
Trying to bunt her way on. Terrific bunt. Whizz's throw. Got her by a step. Boy, nice play there. Got a fast runner and threw her out. Good play by Delaney Weiss.
They barely got her. Jefferson, watch how quick she gets down that line. Look at the speed from Janae Jefferson. Another half second, and she's safe.
So she's thrown out on the bunt attempt. One down. And what would be a fan favorite here from the University of Alabama, Haley McClenny, center fielder. Taps this one past the mound. Charging, fielding, throwing, and getting her by a step is Aguilar at second base. 2 away in the inning.
McClenny showing a lot of speed that time, getting down that first baseline. And this is a player right here who has had a big week, not only in Columbus, but also here in Oxford. And this is a great player coming up right here for Team USA.
Here's a left fielder, Amanda Lorenz. And going back to Monday in Columbus, Georgia, in their matchups with Team Australia and Team Japan, and then 2 games yesterday. Boy, swinging a hot bat as well as Lorenz. 0-1, the count on her. That's called a strike. 0-2, the count.
Lorenz from Moore Park, California, but played at the University of Florida, graduated in 2019, All-American, SEC Player of the Year, and the SEC Tournament MVP in her senior year at Florida.
And her head coach at Florida, Tim Walton, one of the assistants coaching at third. And I think she was a volunteer assistant on his staff this year at Florida. They made a trip to Oklahoma City. 1-2 the count, the pitch. Oh, terrific change of pace there. Had her out in front of it, swing and a miss. Jordan Taylor breezes through the bottom of the first inning here on the inside the circle there for USSSA Pride. Team USA goes 1-2-3. No score after 1 here. We welcome you back to Choccolocco Park here at Oxford. That would be Oxford, Alabama. We're about 55 miles or so from the site of the World Games in Birmingham, Alabama, which will start Saturday. Team USA, what, Italy? Chinese Taipei among the folks they'll see in their play to begin Saturday.
Italy will be at all the games will be at the Hoover Metropolitan Stadium, suburban Birmingham on the south end, where the Birmingham Barons used to play for many years, home of the SEC baseball tournament. They'll play at 7 o'clock Saturday night against Italy. That'll be their first game.
At the plate for USSSA Pride, third baseman Delaney Wiz, and on a 2-0 pitch, grounds it to second. Jefferson, she's been a vacuum there so far in this event, and throws her out. That's something that hadn't happened to Wiz a whole lot so far. She's hit a couple of homers so far in the 2 days.
Had a 3-run homer in the earlier game against Australia. That's a ground out to second. Pretty routine play. One away here in the second inning for the Team USA.
And here's Abby Cheek. She's had 6 RBIs so far in the event for them. 4 yesterday in a game against Team Australia, and 2 more today against the 8th-ranked team in the world. Farimo's pitch is downstairs, ball 1. Cheek, the first baseman for USSSA Pride. Chops it towards short, charging, flipping, throws on the run, 2 down. And John, I'll go back to a comment I made in that first game that we were doing between USSSA Pride and Team Australia. It's amazing to me the releases, how quick they are. Infielders, for everybody we've seen in the tournament, how quickly they get rid of it.
We talk about in football, the release of a quarterback, how quick it is. They have nothing on these young ladies right here. As they release that ball, once they gobble it up, as you mentioned, vacuum up these grounders, it's out of the glove and over to first base as quick as you can possibly imagine. It's amazing to watch the talent we have here.
Delaney Spalding, a strike count on her, the shortstop, takes that one outside. Farimo, former Gatorade National Softball Player of the Year, former Pac-12 Freshman of the Year, All-American, and a Women's College World Series champion. Good change up there, 1-2 the count.
And all these players, really for both teams, but especially Team USA, the credentials, you sit there and read the bios and the honors that all these players have received. It is the who's who of baseball in this country. Softball, I should say.
I'd tie with that
Softball.
one. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. The best of the best.
Best
really
of the
both
best.
dugouts. 2-2 the count. 2 down, nobody aboard here in the second. Back up the middle and a base hit. It's the first safety of the game for USSSA Pride. Spalding with her second hit in the 2 games today for USSSA Pride. Found a perfect spot.
Diving effort here. Great effort by Hannah flipping the shortstop, but Doe couldn't quite get to it. Nice single here to keep things alive in the second inning for the Pride.
So a 2-out single. Here's Taylor Ellsworth. She was the catcher in game 1 for them against Team Australia. Designated player in this one. Took that one a little bit high, I guess, and outside. Ball 1. She scored a run and knocked in a run in their previous game. And in the event, a couple of hits, couple of walks. And that pitch a strike call, 1-1 the count. Farimo Dills. I mentioned it was 95 or 96 and a heat index of about 105 outside. Fortunately, we're in the air conditioning of the press box. At my age and weight, that is a good thing.
It has not deterred the crowd any whatsoever.
The ball was hit hard. Jefferson, oh, what a play, and tags the base with a glove. Terrific backhanded play.
Janae Jefferson that time not only diving and making the stop, but then just reaching over it and hitting second base, and another great inning defensively for Team USA.
That ball was hit hard. Terrific play by Jefferson. Nothing for USSSA Pride. They leave a runner stranded. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second. Choccolocca Park, Oxford, Alabama. We mentioned the World Games coming up this weekend, starting in Birmingham on Saturday. Of course, softball, not an Olympic sport at this time, will not be in 2024 in the games in Paris. But looking ahead to 2028, LA will be hosting, and hopefully softball will be an Olympic sport at that time.
I'll make that decision in 2023, and hopefully you're right. That will be an Olympic sport once again by the 2028 season. It's a little bit different. New rule from the Olympic Committee. They allowed the host city to actually choose some of the sports. And, of course, obviously, folks here in the United States hoping softball will be added to the games in 2028 in L.A.
Charla Eccles, who's just ramped up a terrific career with the Gators, the University of Florida. Coach Tim Walton, count a ball and a strike on her. She has been red hot as of late for them, going back to the Canada Cup and the events this week for Team USA. Oh, good change again by Taylor. Pull the string, 1-2 the count.
USSSA probably could not be more pleased with how Taylor has started out. Jordan Taylor has been red hot. First inning, carrying over to the second inning. She has been really impressive here this afternoon.
Good eye by Eccles. Charlotte out of Noonan, Georgia. Not a great distance from here. Went to Northgate High School.
I was about to say about Charlotte, she was from your kind of where you began over in that area, right?
Tell you what, ground ball foul, my high school. And when I was in school, there was only one high school, Noonan High School. We were arch rivals at that time. Northgate has been added as the city of Atlanta has trickled down that way.
Just a little bit.
Coweta County, Georgia. So this young lady, all SEC, terrific career at Florida, and helped them to the College World Series. And again, change up, beauty. Pull the string on the off-speed pitch. One down as Eccles goes down swinging. Taylor records her second strikeout. This is nasty right here.
She has been throwing the heat. I think, if anything, the weather delay may have helped her. She has not missed a beat. A lot of times you'll see some pitchers get in a groove, and then a weather delay comes along, and they kind of lose it. But if anything, she's sharpened up.
Here's shortstop, Hannah Flippin. Takes that one downstairs, ball one. Flippin, two-run homer yesterday in the outing against Team Australia. Played it for the Utes, University of Utah.
Two-time All-American at Utah. Two-time Pac-12 Conference Player of the Year.
It's pretty good
out
in
of
that
San
league.
Diego. Yeah.
It's outstanding coming out of that league. 1-1 the count. Tried to bunt her way on and missed it. Got a big grin on her face after that.
Saw her last inning make that dive from her shortstop position. That great stop over there in that last inning, top half.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Took the rise ball out of the zone. Tell you, Utah's made a nice adjustment since entering when they made the move into the Pac-12.
They really have. Go back 15, 20 years ago, nobody really talked about Utah athletics, but now in a variety of sports, football, basketball, softball.
Protecting the plate, reaches out and sort of punches that one foul.
Flipping to 2017, her last year at Utah.
Deja Mully-Pola waits her turn in the on-deck circle. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Inside corner. 2 away. 3 straight strikeouts. By the way, for Miss Taylor. 2 down.
Jordan Taylor is on fire. Look at the heat. Look at just unbelievable. She has been on target and bringing the heat here at Choccolocca Park in these first 2 innings.
And here's Mully-Pola. First pitch inside, ball 1. A product of the Wildcats, University of Arizona as well. After 0-2 the count on her here. She was on the 2020 Olympic team with Mully-Pola. Just missed. Taylor just outside off the corner. 1-2 the count.
Taylor smiling. I think she thought she caught that outside corner.
They think they do every time, don't they? 1-2 the count. And that one was up. Change up. Who's that down there? Is that Carter? Somebody down there in the bullpen who's been warming up for Team USA. Just barely got the hand up in time to protect themselves.
We have seen a lot of hard shots today down that third baseline. Some foul, some fair. Most of them have been foul, but they've all been hard hit, both in the previous game and this one.
1-2 the count, 2 outs. Going inside to even it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Team USA looking for their first base runner. Taylor trying to make it 4 straight strikeouts here on a 2-2 pitch. And she delivers. Rolls slowly towards short, but cut off by Wiz, who will throw, and plenty of time to get her. 6 up and 6 down so far against Jordan Taylor. Nothing for Team USA. 2 innings in the books, and we're scoreless here at Choccolocco Park in Oxford, Alabama. USSSA Pride and Team USA. We move to the 3rd inning. Final game of this event here in Oxford, Alabama. World Games will start Saturday. And again, Team USA meets up with Italy in their first contest on Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time.
USA versus Italy. Then we've got the next day on Sunday at 7 p.m. also at the Hoover Met, USA and Chinese Taipei. USA and Canada on the 11th at 7, and then they'll go to a semifinal and a medal round, which will be on the 12th and the 13th. So,
and Canada is what, number 3 in the world, I think.
I think so. USA just won the Canada Cup. They played in Canada last week, and I think they won 5 of 7 games, something like that, up in Canada to win that. But USA, Canada, Chinese Taipei, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and Australia, who has been here at Oxford as well. Those are the 8 teams in 2 different groupings that will be in Birmingham at the World Games.
Left fielder Sammy Fagan leads it off for USSSA Pride here in their half of the 3rd. The first pitch was down and in, ball 1. She's had a pretty solid 2 days here. They get ready to pitch a strike call. They're getting ready to, I think they have played 1 series and getting ready to continue their season. They leave here, and I think they're going to Indiana. And a nice play at first on that. Flippin got rid of it. Quickie and Pleasance use that 6'6" frame and a long reach over there to make the play at first base.
Great illustration of what you've been talking about, Mike. Look how quick Flippin gets that out of her glove and gets it over there. Just so impressive by all of these infielders on both teams, how all of these ladies can get that ball out of their glove and get that over.
Here's Kaylin Weddle, the center fielder. Didn't start yesterday in game 1. I think was used as a pinch runner, but in the 3 games since, she's been in the lineup for USSSA Pride. A strike to count on her. Top of the order, Ali Aguilar in the on-deck circle. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, beautiful pitch. Strike called outside corner. 1-2 the count. Pitch foul to the screen. Fought it off, stayed alive. One out, nobody aboard here in the third in a scoreless game. Weddle started two. They'll ask for help. She didn't go around. Check the swing in time.
Good communication by the umpires again. We saw that in the last game a couple of times. See it here. You're not sure, ask for some help. Make sure you get the call right.
And the change-up hit at first base, right at Pleasance, 2 down. Weddle tried to stay back. Look at it here. Got fooled a little bit. 2 down. Allie Aguilar back to the top of the order. Hit the first pitch of the game and popped it up to the second baseman, Jefferson. Something off speed there. Dropped it right in. Strike call. The old drop ball, as we used to call it. I don't know what it is these days.
Beautiful pitch. We are seeing a pitcher's duel develop here, it seems like.
Yes. Pitch is away. 1-1 to count. Check swing roller at third. Eccles fields and throws, and the inning is over. Faremo breezes through the third inning. Nothing for the Pride. USSSA Pride go 3 up, 3 down. Head to the bottom of the third, still 0-0. We welcome you back inside the press box here at Choccolocco Park here in Oxford, Alabama. I'm Mike Paris, John Holder alongside. We head to the bottom of the third here, and this has been entertaining so far. Not much offense. 6 up, 6 down for Team USA. Just one base runner so far for USSSA Pride.
Been a pitcher's duel. If you love good pitching, this has been a game to see. And right now, Jordan Taylor, the Team USA, to be honest with you, just hasn't had any kind of answer for her. She's been very impressive as we begin this third inning.
Taylor Pleasance will lead it off. And the pitch is outside, ball 1 to Miss Pleasance. Still in her career in Baton Rouge for the Fighting Tigers of LSU.
I'm pleased to report that after we had the lightning delay earlier, the closest drop of rain to us right now is about 25 miles away, all the way over on about the Georgia border. So we should be clear right now for a good while as far as any kind of rain threat or lightning threat.
I think that one was north of us. That's where it was. Moved there. 2-0, the count on Pleasance. Pops this one up on the infield. The shortstop is calling for it, and Spalding, will make the catch. 1 down. Delaney Spalding retires. Taylor Pleasance got under that one a little bit and popped it up. Here's Savekis, Gwen Savekis. She's also from a Pac-12 school. She was a Duck at the University of Oregon. Hits this one hard and fair past the diving whiz and down the left field line. She'll make a wide turn and head back to first base. First hit, first base runner of the day for Team USA in this one.
We mentioned those shots down the third base line. Here's one of them right here. Wiz has been really good in the infield, but just couldn't quite get to that one. That was snug right up against that third base line. Nice hit there for Team USA.
And I think we're going to have a pinch runner here, possibly at first base for Savekis. We're going to go ahead and pinch run with one out here. She was in the bullpen. Heather Tarr came out to make the change to the home plate umpire. Or Michelle Moultrie, the right fielder, is coming to the plate here. Then back to the top of the order to Janae Jefferson. Well, let's see, still waiting. It's going to be Hanson, I think, isn't it? Yeah, Kinsey Hanson will run at first base.
Now running at first base for Team USA, number 9.
Moultrie, a native of Jacksonville, Florida, played for the Gators in 2012. She's a veteran. She was an Olympic silver medalist on that 2020 silver medal team for the United States. First team All-American and All-SEC. As a matter of fact, in her time at Florida, Mike, she was the SEC Player of the Year, and you know how strong the SEC is in softball. That's obviously stout. It shows you what kind of player she is.
She and Eccles represent the Gators on this squad. 7 from SEC schools, 7 from the Pac-12 here. Big 12 represented with a couple as well. And then Jalen Ford from James Madison out of the Colonial Athletic Association. 2-0 pitch. She's the only player from a non-Power 5 on the roster. They had a roster for the Canada Cup, a couple of changes, World Cup roster, and then they'll have one for the Japan games coming up a little later as well. 3-0 pitch. That's a strike to Moultrie.
Yeah, USA team will be heading in August to Japan for the Japan Cup games. And then that will be it for the 2022 schedule.
3-1 pitch. Bounced at first, bobbled, but plenty of time. Her only play was going to be at first base over there for Abby Chu. Didn't field it cleanly, but still was able to retire Moultrie. So 2 outs, but a runner in scoring position. First time we've had a runner in scoring position in this one. Top of the order, here's Jefferson. Grounded, well, actually tried to bunt her way on and was thrown out by the third baseman.
Stepping to the plate for Team USA, second baseman, number 22, Janae Jefferson.
Wiz on a terrific play, fielded and threw her out on the bunt attempt. The pitch. Steve Reich, inside corner. Almost a perfect pitch there. Jordan Taylor, first time we've seen her in the event. Boy, she has been spectacular so far. 0-1 pitch. Jefferson started to, didn't offer at it, and it's a strike. So quickly, nothing into the count. This one's rolled to the circle, fielded by Taylor, and throws on and retires Jefferson, and that will end the inning. Team USA threatens, but can't cash in. In a runner to scoring position. No runs to hit, and the runner left down at second base. 3 in the books here. USSSA Pride and Team USA, 0-0. Pitching change for Team USA. Terrific first 3 innings of work from Megan Faramo, and now it'll be Allie Carta, product of UCLA. It'll take over inside the circle. She worked here in relief last night.
You made a good call, Mike, on that hard shot that was fouled down there. You said that was her warming up, and it was, and now she's going to make her appearance now on the mound for Team USA.
I can't tell if, I think Hanson, Hanson, who pinch ran, stays in the game and right now is behind the plate for Team USA.
Carta again, impressive credentials out of UCLA, native of Elk Grove, California. 2015, she was back-to-back, a couple of years there as the Pac-12 Player of the Year, 2-time first-team All-American for the Bruins.
It's amazing when you start going through there, although the laurels for all of these.
It's almost
ladies.
like if you're not an All-American or an All-Conference player, I don't think you have a chance of getting on Team USA.
2, 3, and 4 in the order for USSSA Pride here in their half of the 4th inning. Shelby Penley will start it. Walked her first time. One of 2 base runners they've had. Carter's first pitch is high. Carter worked in relief in the USA victory over Australia yesterday in their first game.
And as it should be, the best players on the best team in the world, the number 1 ranked team, the USA national team.
Just strike call, 1-1 the count.
Pretty amazing to look out here and see in Oxford, Alabama. We get the privilege of being here. The best softball players on the planet, on this planet, right here at the signature field at Choccolocco Park.
Tried to bunt her way on and bunted it foul to the screen. Monica Abbott started here against Australia yesterday, went, 3 innings? 34 years old and didn't look like she'd missed a beat inside the circle out there. I asked Morgan Palmer if they called her grandmother on the team. She wasn't part of the Canada Cup roster, and I don't think she's on the Japan games roster as well, just for the World Games.
And at 6'3", she's an intimidating presence out there.
She was so good yesterday. Pitches outside, 2-2 the count. Carter ready and deals. Had missed away. Hanson behind the plate. Carter inside the circle. Everybody else, Moultrie still in right, McClenny in center, and Lorenz in left field. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. First time in 2 games that she's been retired today as Penley. I think she got fooled on that pitch. 1 down. Carter's strikeout is the first of the game for Team USA.
Number 77, the catcher, Chelsea Goodacre.
Here is Chelsea Goodacre wrapped into a double play back in the first inning. Carter deals to her. At the knees and a strike.
Carter coming in out of the bullpen has been impressive so far here in the top of the 4th.
I think that's Ford down there just warming up in the Team USA bullpen. Oh, the off-speed pitch found the zone.
We talked about in the last game that we would likely see with this heat, 106 heat index, and especially with the USA team with playing the World Games coming up starting on Saturday, that they would try to use probably a lot of pitchers. I think that's going to be the theme we're going to see. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them use 4 maybe in this game.
The happiest folks in the place are the folks sitting in straightaway center field because they're in the shade, the shadows out there.
They're the only folks, except for the folks under the covered grandstand, that got any shade right now. And us.
Yes. 1-2 pitch. Pop foul back. We're about 2 steps from the door, stepping out of the press box here. There's a little nook, I guess you'd call it, cubbyhole like, when you walk out the door there, and in between games, I opened the door, and there was no oxygen. There was a gazillion people right there in the shade trying to, and there was no air to breathe. They were taking it all in, trying to get out of the sun. 1-2 pitch. She hangs tough. Rise ball, foul back. Great crowd last night. Of course, earlier start today for Team USA, but nonetheless, a good crowd here as well for this evening's affair.
The crowd has grown since we first started this game around 4:30. I think people gotten off work here in this East Alabama area.
The weather delay
kind of
helped.
trickled in. The weather delay helped. Yes, people thought, hey, okay, this game's not just still in the. By the time folks got off work, I think game was still, first, second inning. So a lot of folks have filled up the place.
Again, Goodacre gets a piece of it, fouls it back. We talked about connections here, and USSSA pride. Kelly Kretschmann, their head coach, played at Alabama. So another connection here.
Haley McClenny from Team USA not only played at the University of Alabama, but played high school softball in the state of Alabama at Mortimer Jordan High School in Metro Birmingham.
Ball bounced foul and a heads-up play by Henson. Didn't touch it. Knew she would have had a tough time throwing her out. It stayed foul right behind the plate.
And I don't know that we'll see today, but there's a pitcher who pitched the starting pitcher last night for Team USA against Japan was Montana Fouts, and that is a household name in the state of Alabama. I think anybody that follows athletics knows that. She signed a lot of autographs after the game last night, and she is probably the most popular softball player maybe in Crimson Tide history. Maybe in the state of Alabama history. And, I think even the football fans in Alabama recognize who Montana Fouts is.
I think her line was the longest in the post-game autograph session last night. Check swing, foul back again by Goodacre. Making life tough for Carter here.
See a lot of folks here wearing Crimson Tide gear. And I think they're obviously hoping that they can get a look at Montana Fouts. Maybe see her pitch an inning or two here. We'll see.
Saw a guy with a Washington shirt on in between games.
I did see that, yes.
Thought, wow, you are a long way from home. 1-2 the count. Probably somebody lives about 5 minutes from the park here. Again, Goodacre fouls it back.
Goodacre is hanging tough. That has to be, 6 foul tips maybe?
On a day like today, they'll take some starch out of the pitcher. Again, a 1-2 pitch. And again, tapped it foul. She's hit him right and she's hit him left. But nothing in fair territory.
Have to credit Goodacre. She is hanging tough in this heat. Battling at the plate.
Carter ready. 1-2 pitch. She laid off the rise ball. No competition for Team USA tomorrow or Friday, and then back to play Saturday, game one of their first game in the World Games. Line right field, over the head of Moultrie. That ball will get all the way to the fence. Goodacre's got 2 out of it. She'll stand at second with a 1-out double. All that toughness paid off at the plate. Ball got over Moultrie's head in a hurry there.
Patience is a virtue, and that patience paid off for Goodacre. Battled and battled and battled, and then found her right pitch and swept it into the right field corner there for a double.
First runner in scoring position in this one for USSSA Pride. First extra base hit of the day. That's their second hit of the game. And here is Delaney Wiz, the third baseman. She has homered in 2 of their previous 3 games. The pitch, swing and a miss. She had one to left yesterday against Team Australia and one today to, right center against them. She hit it out. Carter's 0-1 pitch. Hit hard. Oh, Eccles, what a play from her knees. Got her 2 down. Oh, what a play. Charlotte Eccles. You got to have some pretty good reaction every time over there, don't you?
We talk about the best players in the world. This is a world-class play. Sharp. Hit down the third baseline. Goes to the ground, comes up to her knees, and throws it all the way across to first base to get the runner. Fantastic play by Charlotte Eccles. Good as you'll see. Noonan, Georgia native from the University of Florida.
And she threw a strike from her knees.
She did from her knees.
2 down. Oh, what a play. Oh,
I couldn't throw that
reflexes.
ever, much less from my knees.
Well, we couldn't have made the play. to
Wow,
begin
yeah,
with.
I would be, my face would still be down in the dirt.
Here's Cheek. She's had a clutch hits for the Pride so far in this event. 2 outs, runner at second. Down and in, gets away, runner to third. So now, a wild pitch, a pass ball, or an error, or obviously a base hit. Could give the Pride the lead here. First runner for either team to advance to third in this one. No score, top of the 4th. Wow. Chased the rise ball. That had some mustard behind it. 1-1
It
count.
really did. She brought the heat that time.
1-1 the count. 2 down. Go ahead, run in third. Oh. Rise ball to off speed. 1-2. Carter tried to get out of the mess here in the 4th. 1-2 pitch. Fouled at the plate.
Just barely got a very, very small bit of that ball that time. So the way the pitching has been so far in this game, this is a big moment right here for both teams. Can she bring home a Goodacre from third, just sitting a few feet away? Or is Team USA going to escape and head to the bottom half of the 4th?
Carter ready. And deals. Pop foul back. See if Cheek can do what Goodacre did earlier. Her at bat. This is the final game of this event. There's some folks been working for 2 days. Going to sleep real good tonight, I think.
A lot of workers here. We'll talk about this as the game goes along, but the city of Oxford, Alabama, this is not only a phenomenal facility here and great organization, but the work that they put in, the personnel and the folks here and the organization is amazing.
That was fouled at the plate, I think. Yes, now they're saying foul ball.
Foul ball came off her foot there. But we talked earlier in the last game, they had to go in after the state high school championships late May, and they had about 5 weeks to move everything in the outfield. They had to move the outfield fence, as you were talking about. They moved the scoreboard. They moved some of the bleachers to make this international standard. And that was not an easy project, and they had very little time to do it.
Teague trying to walk it off. Trying to buy her some time. Hanson went to the circle and visited with Carter. Eccles and flipping part of that conversation. Our home plate umpire walked that way to. It's one difference now in softball than college baseball. Remember, the catchers only 3 times can go to the mound during a game now in baseball. So, and after all that, she struck her out. So Carter gets out of trouble here in the 4th inning, records her 2nd strikeout. They get a hit, get a runner to third, but can't cash in on the opportunity. Halfway through this one, middle of the 4th inning, and we're scoreless. USSSA Pride and Team USA. We welcome you back to Chakalaka Park here in Oxford, Alabama. Talked about John did earlier before we went to the break, all the hard workers going on around here. The other guy that's working hard is the guy you can't see behind the camera over here. Luciano's doing everything. He's camera operator, he's switching, he's the producer, he's the director.
He is doing the job of 10 men, and we're not exaggerating.
That's exactly right.
To be honest with you, I've never seen anything like it. Pretty amazing to hear.
And he put it all together.
He put it all
5
together.
hours, right? Is that what it took? Something like 5 hours to get it all set up.
In this 90-degree heat.
And he's got good help, too. The pitch. A breaking ball. A strike to Haley McClenny. 0 for 1 in this one is Haley.
Close game here, obviously 0-0. The last time these two teams met was June 7th of last year. And it was a close game then. Team USA beating the USSSA Pride 4-3 the last time these two teams met about 13 months ago.
Off-speed pitch again. Strike call. 0-2 the count. McClenny lays off of it, takes it down and in. A ball, 2 strikes to count. I mentioned Heather Tarr, the head coach, University of Washington, is the head coach for the USA women's team. Terrific staff. Cindy Ball Malone, the head coach at UCF. She's coaching at first. Tim Walton, head coach at Florida, is at third. Oh, that just missed. Wow, change up. Drop ball, 2-2 the count. And then you got Tony Baldwin, just finished his first year at Georgia. He's part of the World Games staff. Jimmy Kaulitis and Mike Stewart-Wall as well. All of those terrific coaching staff. A lot of experience. A lot of games under their belts for that bunch.
Strong coaching staff for this USA team.
2-2 the count on Haley McClenny. The pitch. Grounded foul, first base side. Cheek started toward the dugout and ended up down the right field line to chase that one down. Abby wasn't getting in a hurry to run it down either.
McClenny, as we said, popular around these parts, a name in softball circles. Great high school player at Mortimer Jordan High School in Morris, Alabama, in Jefferson County, north of Birmingham.
Takes
out there.
Third strike. Not sure she was totally in agreement with the home plate umpire.
18, Amanda Lorenz.
1 down. Taylor records her 4th strikeout. First strikeout for her since the 2nd inning. 1 out, Amanda Lorenz. She was a strikeout victim. She got a couple of nasty off-speed pitches and got another one there. She struck out on one back in the first and swings and misses at this one to start the at-bat.
Now, we are seeing an impressive performance from Jordan Taylor. She is on fire, everything. She's keeping all these hitters from Team USA off balance, bringing the heat as well. She has had a great day out on the pitcher's plate for this USSSA Pride team.
2 strikes to count on Amanda Lorenz. I think there's, 3 from Florida and 3 from UCLA, part of the squad for the World Games. 1-2 the count. Good eye by Lorenz. Taylor almost looks like a baseball pitcher on that, standing out there inside the circle on the rubber, the way she starts that windup before she comes to the plate.
You can tell when a pitcher's in a groove, whether it be baseball or softball, and right now she has been in a groove since the get-go from this game.
Lorenz inside-out swing fouls that one back.
3 athletes from UCLA, 3 from Florida, 2, as we mentioned, that connected to the University of Alabama, and then also players from Arizona, James Madison, LSU, Oklahoma, Oregon, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, and Washington. All those schools represented here.
Line foul on the right side. They got into Triple SA Pride bullpen. They've got somebody warming up. And guess what? I don't have a number on my roster. There's a shock. Oh.
We mentioned the Olympics, that back in the 2020 Olympics, there are still 7 members of that Olympic silver medalist team from the Team USA that are on this team. As we mentioned earlier, not an Olympic sport in 2024 in Paris, but hopefully in 2028 that will happen in Los Angeles.
Good eye by Lorenz. Takes it low. One out, nobody aboard. Scoreless game. Bottom of the 4th. 3-2 pitch. Outside, so Lorenz draws a walk. And that is the first free pass issued to first base by Jordan Taylor. Here's Eccles, the strikeout victim with Charla Eccles, her first time. Talked about Montana Fouts earlier. World's tallest bat girl just came out and picked up the bat after that at bat for Lorenz. What is she, 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", something?
Somewhere along that day, yes.
The pitch. Called a strike.
Hit the outside corner. Eccles had that great defensive play last half inning. She dove to the ground to stop that shot. Came up to her knees and threw a strike from her knees to first base.
That ball is ripped into right field, a base hit. Lorenz at second, rounds the bag, heads toward third. The throw got to get cut off. Runners are at the corners. Heads up base running by Amanda Lorenz. Eccles shot it through between first and second into right field.
It has taken 4 innings for Team USA to find something going with Jordan Taylor, and now they have, and we're going to have a visit to the mound. So let's see if they let her stay or if we have a change at the pitching position right now for the USSSA Pride.
The biggest, the best threat of the day for either side here. 2 runners on in the same inning.
A dangerous player about to come to the plate here for Team USA with Hannah Flippin. Certainly a great hitter that can put the ball in play and do some damage here to the USSSA Pride here in this bottom of the 4th.
If it makes you feel better, it's now dropped to a
cool
92 degrees.
You're going to use the word cool, Mike?
And the heat index is dropped to 102 now.
It's only 102. It's just 105 about 30 minutes ago.
The aprons, if you will, of the field from around behind the plate to each side of the dugouts before you head down the outfield lines is artificial service. Everything else is natural service. I don't think in Olympic play, World Games, I don't think they play on artificial surfaces any. So you see it more and more, both in college softball and in college baseball for that matter. For one thing, it saves you rainouts. I know that.
Yes.
Rain, 10 minutes later, you can go play, or 5 minutes. So, but everything, I believe, in international play is a natural service. We get a pinch runner for Eccles at first base. That'll be Sammy Reynolds. And we'll pinch run at first base.
In these areas here at Choccolocco Park and the signature field that do have turf, you can imagine what the temperature is there.
Remember the old AstroTurf?
Yeah, probably easily 115 degrees on the turf part of this field.
So here's Flippin. Chance to drive in the first run of the day. Runner at third. That is Amanda Lorenz. At first base, Sammy Reynolds. Runners at the corners, 1 out. And that pitch just missed outside, ball 1. Flippin 0 for 1 in this one. Took a call third strike. Had a home run here yesterday against Australia.
USSSA Pride going to stick with Jordan Taylor. Try to let her get out of this inning.
1-0 pitch, hit it short. Goodacre, bobbles it. A run scores, everybody's safe. Well, it looked like it came off the heel of the glove. Got a finger as well. She's checking it out.
Hit right to her, but that's a tough one to handle, and it just went through her glove.
I think she got her. She knew she needed to get rid of it in a hurry, and I think got the finger out there in front of it.
And I think that is going to make the change at pitcher. I think if she could have gotten out of that without any run scoring and got out of the inning, I think they would have let her continue. But now with another runner in scoring position and 2 on base and 1 run already scored, they're going to go ahead and go to the bullpen and make the change.
Be an E6, I assume. Flippin gets credit for an RBI. And we have a new pitcher, unfortunately. I don't know who it is.
We don't have an 86 on our roster.
I'm going to tell our PA guy to make an announcement. Tell him to, hey, who we got pitching out there? We don't know. Not on the roster. Somebody is wearing a different number. Sam Shaw pitched the first game, so it's not her. It may, I'm not sure, it may be Hope Troutwine who pitched here yesterday for them. We'll see if we can find out. We do not have an 86 on the roster that we have for them. So that's who it is. She's just wearing a different jersey number today.
Normally wears jersey number 21, so she switched from 21 to 86. And just watching her warm up, she has a tremendous arm. She is really bringing it on these warm-up pitches as we've been watching her here. But 3.5 solid innings by Jordan Taylor for sure. Did a great job.
She has pitched in relief in the event here for USSSA Pride. So she's inside the circle, so each team now into the bullpen. Now we may have a change because I'm not sure the shortstop. We said Goodacre, my apologies. Delaney Spalding's the shortstop. And I'm not sure if she's going to continue. The right fielder, Shelby Penley, played shortstop the last part of the game against Team Australia. And let's see. Well, no, Spalding threw a couple there with Abby Cheek. They continue to work on her just outside the dugout down the right side. And they do a little more tape or something. Got a finger on that ball. I guess she's okay. She's going to stay in there. Shelby Penley had come from right field, so she heads back to her spot out there. So Spalding will stay in the game. Bad finger and all at shortstop.
Probably can't overemphasize how much the heat takes out of every player and umpire, but especially the pitchers. And this heat right here with Zappy, it's hard to get more than 3 or 4 quality innings out of any pitcher in this kind of heat.
Here is Deja Mully-Pola. Shows bunt, delayed steal, and she's tagged out at third base. She didn't slide. She came in high and didn't get down, and Reynolds gets tagged out at third. 2 down.
She stopped and tried to slide in, and she was tagged right there on the shoulder blade, so pretty easy out there for the USSSA Pride.
So what it was first and second, 1 out. Mully-Pola had showed bunt there. Now, with the runner thrown out at third on the caught stealing, 2 down.
And that's a big out that vastly changes the situation right now.
Pitches outside, 2-1 to count on Mully-Pola. Grounded to third her first time, flipping.
Troutwine has a chance to get out of this inning now without any more damage being done if she could get an out here.
2-1 pitch. Hit hard, base hit, left field. Around third. Here comes flipping. Throw to the plate, cut off. 2-0. Well, did you see Tim Walton at third? He had that arm in motion when that ball got to the grass. He was saying, come on, come on, come on.
What a shot. Look at the replay of this. That is a shot right between the shortstop and third base, and it is 2-0 USA.
Flippin scores. It's 2-0 RBI single for Deja Mulipola. Second hit of the inning, just the third of the game for Team USA. Taylor Pleasance still a part of the squad at LSU with the Bayou Bengals. 0 for 1 in this one. Runner at first, 2 outs. The pitch. Inside, 2-0 the count.
Pleasant's just a redshirt sophomore at LSU. All SEC player already. Out of Houston, Texas.
That's right through there. Strike call. Good cut. Fouled it back.
Pleasant's a tall player, comes in about 6'1", first baseman for the Team USA.
Change up high, so full count, 2 outs. So a head start for Mulipola at first base. Pleasant's former SEC Newcomer of the Year, first team All-Conference choice. 3-2 pitch, change up, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. But Team USA breaks on top. They scored twice in the inning. They had a couple of hits. There was one big error, and they leave one runner stranded. New game now, 4 innings in the books, and Team USA leads 2-0 over USSSA Pride. We get to the 5th inning, brand new game. In a 2-0 Team USA lead. One took advantage of that first opportunity, first big opportunity of the day.
Team USA goes on and wins this game. We'll go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Was the turning point of the game, obviously. It's been pretty much a stalemate, and Team USA offensively couldn't get anything going. And then a really nice bottom half of the 4th for Team USA. USSSA Pride team, this organization about 13 years old, founded in 2009 in Vieira, Florida. As you mentioned, they're a part of this newly formed Women's Professional Fast Pitch League. And before that, for about 10 years or so, they played in the National Pro Fast Pitch League.
Here's Spalding. Delaney leads it off. See if she can swing the bat okay after getting that finger pinged on that ball that was hit by flipping. Spalding in this game had the first hit of the day with a single back in the second. A couple of hits in the opener of the day against Team Australia. 2-0 the count on her. Cardis, second inning of relief work for the former Bruin from UCLA. 2-0 pitch, a strike. I don't know if I should say former Bruin or not. I guess college athlete, you're still wherever you went to school, whoever you played for, whatever jersey you wore, you're still a part of it, right?
I think so.
That's called a strike, and Spalding is not happy. She thought it was high and inside. 2-2 the count.
Of course, with all the NIL that's coming to college athletics, I don't know. You may have players that play for 3 or 4 different schools before it's over, so who knows where loyalties will be in another 4 or 5 years.
She just missed that one, did Spalding. Skies it. High in the air to center to Haley McClenny for the out, 1 down, and she turns and looks back at the home plate umpire. not care for the strike 2 call. 2 down. Or excuse me, 1 away. I'm sorry, 1 away.
The designated player, number 17, Taylor Ellsworth.
Here's Ellsworth, the DP, designated player. She's 0 for 1. I can tell you, even before the NIL, it was interesting to see the number of schools that some people in the college ranks had been through.
Absolutely.
Been to. First pitch downstairs, a ball to Ellsworth.
Ellsworth is the designated player in this game, but our previous game she was the catcher and did a very nice job catching in that last game against the Australia Spirit.
I would think in that first game played at 2 o'clock, that'd take some starts out of you too.
Absolutely, especially the catcher.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2-0. Team USA leads it here. Wrapped at third. That's a fair ball. Eccles from foul territory throws her out. 2 down.
Another shot down that third baseline and another great play by Eccles. Watch this. Here's the shot, scoops it, and all the way across to make that turn and make that throw from beyond the third base all the way over across. Just another great play by Charlotte Eccles. She has been so impressive at third base today.
She was 1 foot in the coach's box over there. 2 down, and here is. Well, now check it. I guess they ruled that a foul ball.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Still an impressive play.
Missed it. All that. But she's going anyway. Struck out. 2 down.
Doesn't take away the impressive athletic play she made even on the foul ball. Doesn't count, but it was impressive.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Now here's Sammy Fagan.
Sammy Fagan.
Grounded to short her first time. 2 outs, nobody aboard here. Top of the 5th. Grounded. That's foul at first base. Taylor Pleasance looked like Inspector Gadget down here. That tall, long body and the reach. 0-1 to count. She tried to bunt it, yes, and missed it. 0-2 the count. Rise ball from Allie Carter. Out of the zone, 1-2 the count.
We talked about Jordan Taylor from USSSA Pride, the impressive 3+ innings she had. Allie Carter coming out of the bullpen for Team USA has been very impressive as well these last couple of innings.
1-2 pitch. Outside, missed away.
I think she was trying to go outside and get her to chase one maybe that time and get an easy strikeout, but can do that on a 1-2 count.
Tap. Oh, Carter from the circle. Nice play there to get to that ball. It turns and throws the strike to Pleasance in first. And the Pride going in their half of the 5th inning. Well, one nice play that didn't count and another good play that did count. That ends the inning. Nothing for USSSA Pride in their half of the 5th. We move to the bottom of inning 5. Team USA with a 2-0 lead. Bottom of 5. Team USA in control right now with a 2-0 lead. They look to add to it with the 8 and 9 hitters, and then back to the top of the order coming to the plate here against Hope Troutwine. Her first full inning of relief work. Kenzie Hansen will start it. This will be her first at bat. Came in as a pinch runner back in the 3rd inning and stayed in the game. And there is activity in the bullpen for USSSA Pride.
Hanson still playing college softball, junior at Oklahoma. First team member of the USA team. Out of Norco, California. All Big 12 tournament this year for
She's still
Oklahoma.
Celebrating a Women's College World Series win for the Sooners.
Yes.
I think that pitch was called a, no, I'm sorry, it was a ball. That's a strike. 1-1 to count. Hanson, then Michelle Moultrie and Janae Jefferson to follow here. Wrap that one foul at the plate. Pulls out to the circle. 1-2 the count.
Have a hair adjustment out there in the circle.
Ball's hit high in the air to left field and just shy of the warning track out there in left field for the Pride. Making the play is Sammy Fagan for the first out.
Came off the bat pretty hard, but then just sort of died and allowed for an easy catch out in left field.
Number 16, Michelle Moultrie.
One down, here's Moultrie. Grounded to first in her only plate appearance of this one. Takes that one high and away, ball 1. Ball 1, hopper right at Aguilar at second. 2 down. Sort of a half swing there. That's what it looked like. Hit it hard, but right at it. Another look at it.
Yeah.
Now at the plate, the second baseman, number 22, Janae.
Surprised at the way that the ball hit the bat. It made it not that far, all the way out to second base.
Jefferson lifts in the air to straightaway center. It'll be an easy inning for Troutwine as in center field getting to that ball and making the play is Kayla Weddle. And quickly and quietly goes Team USA in their half of the 5th inning. 3 up, 3 down. 5 in the books. We've completed 5 here. Team USA 2-0 lead over USSSA Pride. Third pitcher of the day for Team USA inside the circle is Jalen Ford out of Hot Springs, Arkansas. In her career for the Dukes of James Madison. Broke just about all the pitching records there, helped them, had a great run.
Holds 3 all-time JMU records. She was first-team All-American, Conference Player of the Year twice, graduated 2016 at James Madison.
First hitter she faces is the number 9 hitter, Kayla Weddle.
And we see the strategy here. We talked about this at the beginning of the game, that Coach Tarr would probably use a lot of pitchers trying to save those arms for the World Games coming up beginning Saturday in Birmingham. And this already, third pitcher now in just 5 innings or 6 innings now. So about every 2 innings, she's switching out pitchers.
2 balls, no strikes to count on Weddle. Ali Aguilar and Shelby Penley will follow. Change up, strike call. And the foul at the plate evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ford pitched the last couple of innings in the game last night. Pitched the first perfect game in school history at James Madison. Half swing there off the bat of Weddle and shot it foul outside of first. Two pitch, low and away, and she's running full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. She's ready and deals. And a changeup hit in the air to gap left center. That's going to hit on the outfield grass and scoot all the way to the fence. And she's at second with a leadoff double for them. So they get the tying run to the plate in a hurry here in the top of the 6th inning. Does USSSA Pride.
What you could do about that, just a well-placed ball, got in over the head of the shortstop, got in between the center fielder and the left fielder, rolled all the way to the fence, an easy double. And a good start here in the top of the 6th for the Pride.
She can run, by the way, can Weddle. Aguilar pops it foul. Eccles can't climb the fence and the net and over the top of the dugout to get to that. It's out of play for a strike. Third hit of the day for the Pride, or third hit of this game, and 2 of those have been doubles. Ford exhales and deals. Rise ball. Too high. 1-1 to count. Dandy off-speed pitch, dropped it home. 1-2 the count.
A pitch like that, just almost impossible to hit. That was a superbly placed pitch.
Another rise ball sails high. 2-2 the count. USSSA Pride will leave here and start back to their season. They start a road trip where? Evansville, I think. Evansville, Indiana. The pitch. Down and in.
Talking with some of their folks earlier, and they were talking about they're going to be gone for a while. They're making a tour of the Midwest, and sounds like to me they're going to go maybe a week or 10 days or maybe longer than that.
3-2 pitch. Nowhere near. Bounces off the walls. They get by. The catcher. And that is Mullapola, who is behind the plate, I think, doing the catching now.
She's going to go out and have a talk with Ford.
So the wild pitch sends Weddle to third. Aguilar reaches on the walk. Second walk issued today by Team USA staff. Now
And a dangerous hitter coming up in Penley.
We have meetings all over the place. Everybody on the infield's in the circle. Both base runners, both the coaches. The hitter, Penley, and the on-deck hitter, Goodacre, all huddled up over here between home plate and first base. This is the first time today USSSA Pride has had 2 runners on in the same inning. Weddle at third, Aguilar at first.
Now batting
Pinley,
right fielder number
0 for
2,
1.
Shelby Pinley.
She struck out back in the 4th. That's the only time in the 2 games they've played today that she's been retired. The pitch shows bunt and got out of the way of that one, up and in. Ball 1, high and tight.
With no outs, this has the potential to be a big inning here for USSSA Pride.
One 0 pitch. Bunted in the air and caught. That was not what they wanted, obviously, to happen there.
Not the way you started a big rally there.
Molly Pola behind the plate. Makes the catch.
Now batting the catcher, number 77,
1 out.
Chelsea Goodacre.
And that is a huge out. I know it's just the first out, but that's a huge out for Team USA.
1 down, here's Goodacre. She has wrapped into a double play and double line. Speared by Jefferson. Throw back to first, not in time. Another terrific defensive play.
Look at the height here. She gets into the air, stretches all the way out, almost like getting a rebound in basketball. She just jumped up and grabbed that thing and almost made the throw to first to get a double play.
So in 2 pitches, they go from 2 on, no outs to 2 on and 2 outs. The first pitch is outside, ball 1 to Delaney Wiz. Tying runs on the bases. She's the go-ahead run at the plate and time call. And assistant coach Cindy Ball Malone heads to the circle. She'll go talk with Jalen Ford. Deja Mully-Pola. And I believe, is that Tim Walton out there? He's talking with the infielders.
And the Pride takes the time to have their own meeting, so we'll do it all again like we did about 5 minutes ago. How things changed here for USSSA Pride. They had 2 runners on base, including 1 on third with no outs, and now in just a couple of pitches there are 2 outs, and it's a vastly different situation. And Team USA is potentially 1 play away from getting out of this with no harm done.
And I'll play the other side of that. They're 1 swing away from taking the lead with Delaney Wiz at the plate with what she's done in the 2 days here. And I would assume that's what they talked about a little bit with Cindy Ball Malone. She's the head coach at UCF. 1-0 the count. The pitch. Ooh. That one didn't do dance until late. 2-0 the count.
A walk here with the count being 2-0 obviously would load the bases and be a huge, huge opportunity for the Pride.
Off-speed pitch on the inside corner and a strike. Aguilar off and moving from first as the pitch is fouled back. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners aboard, and a 2-run game. Deuces are wild here. Line foul. Whew. Thankfully, the netting was there.
PA announcers here have been announcing. You know that. You've done some of this, making frequent announcements before every game and during the game to spectators to be paying close attention because these balls, there are some areas here where a foul ball like that could come at you pretty quick and have to pay attention and keep your heads up.
Ground ball in the hole, base hit, left field. It's a 1-run game. Wee's got a pitch up and turned and got it past the diving, flipping at shortstop and into left field. They cut into a 2-1 Team USA lead now.
Really hit it off the top of the bat, but perfect placement right between third and short. And the lead is cut in half at 2-1, and still 2 players. As a matter of fact, what would a 3-run homer do right here?
Cheek takes it outside, ball one. Grounded to short and struck out. She's got plenty of pop in that bat. She's had some success in this event. The pitch found the outside corner. 1-1 to count. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at first. 2 outs. Top of inning 6. That changeup downstairs. 2-1. Team USA leads. USSSA Pride. That pitch foul to the screen. So Ford, a pitch, a strike away from getting out of it. Or a base hit. They're a pitch away from possibly tying it up, or a gapper, maybe taking the lead. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ford gets out of it. But they cut the lead in half. USSSA Pride plates a run in the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, and they leave 2 runners stranded. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Choccolocco Park, Oxford, Alabama. Team USA with a 2-1 lead. Back inside the press box here. Oxford, Alabama, Choccolocco Park. A 1-run game as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm looking down on the field because I think we got a couple of changes here. Tell you what, fans have been treated to great action here in the 2 days in this event, and this game has maybe been the icing on the cake for it.
And this is shaping up to be this next inning and a half, maybe plus. We go extra innings to be some exciting softball coming up. What a blessing it is anywhere in the United States, but especially this part of Alabama, to have the top softball in the world right here in the backyard. Fans have responded to that. Lots of families out here, a lot of folks enjoying the softball the last couple of days. And we are going to see, I think, an exciting ending to this game coming up here in the next half an hour or so.
I believe the change was in left field. I think Cassidy Shomut is now in the game in left field for USSSA Pride.
Number 8, Haley McClenny.
And here's the hometown.
Yep.
Favorite, Haley McClenny from nearby Morris and Metro Birmingham, played at the University of Alabama.
The 1-0 pitch to her is inside. Haley is 0 for 2, grounded out and been called out on strikes. They would like to add some insurance in the third base dugout right here.
Graduated in Alabama in 2016, a 3-time first-team All-American for the Crimson Tide.
Strike call from Miss Troutwine on the 2-0 offering. McClenny, Lorenz, and Eccles, 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Strike called again. She wasn't real happy the last at bat. She wasn't real happy with that strike call. She liked couple of the call strikes in the previous at bat. She thought that one was low, I think. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Driven straight away center field, but playable. Well, I thought that ball, when it left the bat, had a chance. I don't know if she hit it down to the end of the bat with that swing right at Weddle in center. Didn't have to move. One down.
I think Weddle took one step, maybe one step, just stepped right up. They didn't have to move, hit right to her.
One out, and here's Lorenz. Walked and scored 1 of the 2 runs back in the 4th. First pitch inside, ball 1.
Lorenz a dangerous hitter. one of the top hitters on this team for Team USA.
Is that Monica? Excuse me, Montana Fouts in the bullpen? Okay.
I believe it is. Looks like her down the third base bullpen down there.
2 balls, no strikes. Lorenz. Must have been a dandy here to wrap up the 2-day event. That's a strike.
Depending upon what happens here in the bottom half of the 6th, I would not be surprised if Coach Tarr went to Montana Fouts, if that's indeed her down there. To see if she can't close it out in front of the hometown crowd.
That ball's hit in the air toward left center as it tails a little bit on Whittle, but she gets over and makes the play. 2 down.
Whittle took about 3 or 4 steps that time. Going to move a little bit more, but not much.
Now batting the third baseman, number 6.
Here's Eccles.
Charlotte
Charla Eccles is 0 for 1 on the day. Excuse me, 1 for 2, I'm sorry. Single and a strikeout. Single to right in the last at bat.
Been a quiet bottom of the 6th so far for Team USA.
Troutwine is retired 5 in a row now. 6 in a row, I should say. Nothing in 1 the count. Line shot foul outside the bag at third. She tried to go the other way, did Eccles.
One of those hard shots down to the third baseline that we've seen all day today.
Nothing in 2 the count, 2 outs. Pitch up and in.
Team Australia, Team Japan also playing here at Oxford the last couple of days. They will also make their way down I-20 West toward Birmingham to participate in the 2022 World Games beginning Saturday, along with Team USA.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So Eccles hanging tough.
And that is indeed Montana Fouts that was down there warming up. She has walked up this way so I could actually pick out her jersey number, so that is her. And you'll see a huge eruption from the crowd here if she comes out to the circle for the top of the 7th.
Eccles turns on that one and laces it foul. Down into the bullpen, which is quiet down there for USSSA Pride. Oh, boom. He tried to take out that brick wall down there. 1 and 2 to count. Down and in, that pitch low. She just reached out and put the bat on the ball, protecting the plate. Fouls it away to hanging around up there is Eccles.
Eccles has been impressive today, especially on the defensive end.
Two-one game in the 6th inning. The pitch. Tomahawked that one foul down the right side. Our home plate umpire is out of materials that we need to play the game here.
Going to the Team USA dugout, getting a couple of fresh balls.
Now we're ready. 2-2 pitch. Popped in the air to left field and deep. Weddle over. Nope, it'll be the left fielder, Shomon, who got back and made the play. Right at the edge of the grass of the warning track. In front of the Team Japan banner out there in left center field. So nothing for Team USA in their half of the 6th inning. We head to the 7th. It's a one-run game. Team USA a 2-1 lead over USSSA Pride.
Following this game.
Team USA 3 outs away from a victory here in their final tune-up before the World Games. Again, they get started Saturday in Birmingham. Go to usasoftball.com to find out more information about some tickets possibly or what. And as John mentioned earlier, the softball tournament being played at the Hoover Metropolitan Complex.
They'll begin that on Saturday, and then they'll have a couple of 2 or 3 games over the weekend, then the early part of next week, and then they'll go to the pool play, I guess, or whatever, the semifinals, and then the medal round.
Ford out there to start the 7th. First pitch right through there. Strike call to Delaney Spalding. 1 out of 2. A single. Fly to center.
They just announced here at the stadium that after the game they would have autographs with Team USA, and the stands are emptying now. All the kids and some of the adults are headed that way to try to get in line.
1-1 pitch. Ford deals. Pop foul back right over the top of us. I would have protected you had the screen not been there.
I appreciate that
Had the
very
overhang
much.
as well. 1-2 to count. See, I'm used to being around folks that are diving under the table, the counter, getting away from it. 1-2 pitch. Just missed off the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Jalen Ford trying to close it out here.
Coach Tarr's hoping that Jalen Ford can close things out and they can move on to Birmingham to the World Games.
Payoff pitch coming. 3-2 count to start it in the 7th. Ford is ready. And now deals. Pop foul out of play right side. Again, 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, nice spear job there of that one by Ford. If that gets by her, it's probably to center field, and the tag runs aboard, but she snagged it and threw her out. 1 down.
Good reaction, just kind of stuck the glove out there, was able to stab it and make an easy throw to first. See the replay here. Back at her with a hard chopper, but she handled it well and an easy throw to first, so 1 away.
Here's Ellsworth. First pitch is out of the zone, ball 1. She looks for her first hit in this matchup with Team USA. That is right through the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Is Morgan Palmer signing autographs too after the pitch misses? 2 balls and a strike to count. The biggest line would be for you if the folks up here had anything to do with it, okay? She's been great helping us out for this event. Pitch is high.
Every bit of information we could possibly want and need, she's given to us, timely manner. Great organization with USA Softball.
I
First
wanted to
class
call
top
her
to bottom.
about 6 o'clock one morning, but I resisted the temptation just to do that. Pitch is fouled away. All right, Luciano, took you 5 hours to put it up, 10 minutes to take it down. Payoff pitch. Little pop, first base side. Pleasant's into foul territory. Basket catch, 2 down.
Last chance coming up here for the USSSA Pride.
Sammy Fagan will re-enter here, I think, yeah, because Chamont was in left field, so Fagan will re-enter here to bat with 2 outs in the 7th. Kayla Weddle, who doubled and scored their only run of the game, is in the on-deck circle.
Now batting the left fielder, number 51, Sammy Fagan.
He's ready and deals. Line shot to Jefferson at second, and that will do it. Ford in the 7th inning gets him 3 up and 3 down. Terrific outing here today as Team USA wins it by a score of 2-1. Go back to that 4th inning. An error played a huge part there in that inning, allowed them to get that second run. And so Team USA wins it 2-1. And now they'll head to Birmingham World Games, and they get started on Saturday, 7 p.m. at the Hooper Med Complex against Italy. What a lot of fun the last 2 days, hasn't it, John?
Really has, but we had Japan here, we had Australia here, we had the USSSA Pride Pro Team here, and of course Team USA. Number 1, number 2, and number 8 teams in the world. 3 of those teams advancing now to Birmingham. If you're in the Metro Birmingham area, anywhere in the southeast, be some great softball at the Hoover Metropolitan Stadium. Coming up beginning on Saturday night, USA takes on Italy. That will be the matchup coming up on Saturday night at 7 o'clock to kick things off. Then on Sunday night at 7, they'll take on Chinese Taipei. Canada on Monday night, July 11th. All those games at 7 p.m. The semifinal round will be on the 12th of July. And then on the 13th, which I guess is 1 week from today, will be the medal round to decide who will be the World Games champion.
It's been a great 2 days here. Again, many thanks to Morgan Palmer from USA Softball for all of her help and getting us organized, getting us all the information and things that we needed to make this happen. Luciano, thank you, sir. Enjoyed it. Pleasure working with you. One-man crew. Do it again sometime when you're back in Alabama. How's that? From Choctolacca Park, Oxford, Alabama, John Holder. Enjoyed it, sir. Thank you.
Enjoyed it. Really you do not know what a great pleasure it was for me. Long time coming, and I look forward to this day.
Same here, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm Mike Paris. We thank you. 2-1 USA over USSSA Pride. Thank you, folks. Enjoy the World Games.